start of week 16. Yeah, week 16 of this big H-Mart project. We are starting building 4, which is the last building. Installed some clips, starting some framing. We're starting framing here on building 4. We have 3 guys over here today. This is the last building that needs to be framed. We still have a lot of work to do in all the other buildings, but this is the last building that we need to do, start framing on. Kind of an L-shaped. What it looks like. We had some rain over the weekend, heavy rain. I believe we've had at least rain, snow, something every week since we started working here, other than maybe one week that we had a full 6-7 days where there was no rain or snow. That building there is building 5. We're doing the insulation in there right now before we start hanging drywall. This is building 4 that we're on. All the clips, some of the clips at least where they're working, have been installed, laid down tracks. Most of the lines for this building have been snapped already. It'll go pretty fast once the guys start framing. Framing goes, like I said, really fast. We also started insulation in this building. This building 5. We need to get the insulation in here, have the insulation inspection, and then we can start hanging drywall. Building number 4 that we also started today. This is the big building 1, H-Mart. Building 2 is the one right next to it. Building 3 was supposed to be back there, but I believe, from what I understand, was sold, and they're making a McDonald's. That building that we started on is building 4, building 5. This is building 6, building 7, and then building 8, the one next to building 1. Here, building 7, we have a crew installing plywood, doing the plywood work. We're also finishing up Tyvek on this corner of the building. There's all that water from the storms we had over the weekend. Tuesday, day 2, week 16. Big H Mart development project, I guess. We are continuing to do the framing. Guys are moving along doing the framing. We're continuing to install the clips. We have a couple of guys going around installing all the clips. We still need to shoot track down here. We're expecting a lot of rain this week, so we're trying to get a lot of this outside work, as much outside work as we can, so that if we do get caught with days where there's rain, we can work inside, hang some drywall, do some insulation, put in anchors. This was all started yesterday on Monday. This is where we are Tuesday morning. I'm guessing by end of day, we're probably going to be a little bit past that corner there. Guys move pretty fast. We're continuing to do insulation in building 5. This is building 5. Got all the first layer done yesterday. He's now working on doing the second layer. We brought a lift in here. End of day 2, week 16. See, started, got one person in here. He did all the bottom yesterday, finished all the top and some of this back today. Continued installing clips today. Made it all the way around that corner, I think, is where the guys made it today. That's at least about, I don't know, at least 300 clips or so that were installed today, I would say, more or less. I think with the framing, they've gone all the way to where we've shot track. On that side. So I think tomorrow they're going to continue going this way where we've already shot track. The end of the day 2, Tuesday, April 22nd, which is day 2, week 16. And this is what building 4 looks like at the end of the day. We had 3 guys that started the day here, and then we added 2 more about 2 o'clock in the afternoon. We're doing 10-hour days. Wednesday, continuing to do the framing here on building 4. Also shooting track. Continue the framing. All the clips are already done on this side of the building. I think we'll probably go down all the way to this corner by the end of the day. We had a bunch of rain overnight. There was a lot of rain overnight and this morning, and expecting more for the rest of the week. This is building 5. We're finishing up the insulation in there, not much left. We still have a couple of guys up here installing the clips. They've made their way around the corner from yesterday. Yesterday they were about here somewhere. And I've made it around the corner. I think we only have this stretch here left to install clips. Framing looks like starting the day on day 3. All the lines have been popped all the way around, and it's about 99% of the track has been laid down, and I'd say maybe about 90% of the clips. Once these guys get rolling, it's gonna move really fast. The insulation in this building is 99.9% done. There's little spots. We also got inspection passed today on building 5 and building 6. There's a couple of spots where there's some plumbers or electricians working. This is the spot we have left. It's a little bit slower because of these leave outs that are down here. It's hard to get in there with anything but a ladder, and we only have one person working in here, so one person did all this in a couple days. This is what it looks like at the end of day 3. It's day 4, but it looks like there's a lot of rain coming in today. We tried to get as much done outside the last few days just in case. Good thing is we have a lot of work to do inside. Like I said yesterday, we got the inspections done for building 5 and 6 insulation, so I think we can hang drywall in there now. We were able to do a little bit of framing here in building 4 before it started raining. Rain got us today, so we got everybody inside hanging drywall. Got 2 crews in here hanging drywall in the big building, building 1. Walls here from the column down are all triple sheet thickness drywall to separate from the buildings next door. Same thing on that end over there. Things are beginning to clear up. It's almost 4 o'clock in the afternoon. We also have a crew here in building 5 hanging drywall. We have another crew here in building 6 hanging drywall. Some on this side, some down on this side. Looks like for now the weather has cleared up. There's still This is what just moved through here. This is the main building, H Mart Building 1. Next to that over there is Building 2. Building 3 was back there but no longer exists. 4 is back there that we're working on now. 5, 6 that we were just in. 7, 8. And I think that 4 has maybe 9 is over here. Part of the L is 9 and part of this one is 10 or vice versa. I don't recall exactly. Looks like everybody else is gone for the day. Friday the 25th, day 5 of this building. I think this is around where we left off on Wednesday, and we were able to do a little bit yesterday, but it was raining yesterday, so we did inside work. We're getting close to the end of day on a Friday. We only do 8 hours on Friday compared to the 10 we do on Monday through Thursday. This is where we are after 1 week with just the framing. Again, yesterday we weren't able to do any work outside because of the weather, but all the track is already down. Should be done with this part here today. It is a mix of dense glass and plywood sheeting. This is the back of building 7 and 9 or 7 and 10, not exactly sure. This should be the last of it. We just got the little strip left there up top. We got two crews in here doing drywall. This part over here, they're still putting in the third layer. This whole wall here. Is all triple layer drywall from this column up to that corner. There's 3 layers of drywall. The same thing they're working on this side. That's why it looks like they're kind of in the same spot as yesterday, but I said that whole section there, same thing from that column there, all the way to the corner and to the top is all triple layered drywall. Triple layer 5/8 drywall. We also installed locking for the bay doors. See the blocking, the red. That's where the hardware for the roll-up doors or the bay doors get attached before we install the drywall. We're also having more drywall installed here to building 1.